It's the first one of the year for our channel. Yeah. No, wait, no, it's not.
First one we've recorded.
Yeah, that's true. It's been literally a year since I've said, "What's up, gamers?"
And it's still not enough time.
Oh, let me actually get rid of that. There you go. That way you can see the top right corner.
Woo!
So, today we're going to... Oh yeah, look at, see, no cutscene, key of beginnings, bam, there we go. So, as we stated in the last part, every part of Riku's story is going to be very short. I have no reason to really destroy everything around, but I'm probably going to do it because I can, and it's free, and you can't stop me.
Fine, but whatever. There's no more Moogle points, though, so,
Nope.
remember that.
I don't remember if enemies hide in there. That's the main reason why I would do it. So, we get to heal with, what's it called? With Mickey cards. We also get a really powerful sleight with him, actually.
But you do.
So, he's the best friend card in the entire game.
Which is convenient because he's the only friendly card in Riku's story.
Yep.
Riku doesn't do friends.
Well, you gotta sniff darkness somehow. Speaking of darkness, dark mode! So, when Mickey already has powerful stuff, but when you're in dark mode, it's even more powerful. This is the really strong sleight that he has, just so everyone knows.
I think those are his only two slights.
It is. Well...
Unless you count the extended healing.
Yeah, he's got the healing one too, so... And to do that, I think it's... you just use the card normally. Yeah, you don't use a sleight. But you're gonna damn well expect me to use Holy Burst because this thing, like, does a lot. Yeah. And if you get multiple Mickeys... Yeah,
oh, then it's really good.
And I'm just gonna spam... Basically, this is how the majority of these levels are gonna go. I'm gonna spam cards if I get a duel. I'm gonna spam the duel. And then just go from there and hope I get what I want. I probably will because the achievement... Or trophy, sorry. Not used to calling it that still. Also, always raise his attack power. I don't care what anyone says. Get Dark Point secondary.
Oh, I agree. Why would you not?
Yeah, the dark point, the dark mode is really good, but I think if I'm not mistaken, the more you level it up, the harder it is for you to get in, but the longer it is you can use dark mode as a whole.
I think you're half right. Because I think it's the same for activation, but it's harder to get out of it.
Could be, yeah. And if
so I think it's 25 no matter what.
And if you guys don't remember how you're supposed to do it, you're just supposed to counter somebody's card really quickly. Luckily, there's no achievement tied to that. Or trophy, sorry. Sorry! It's an honest mistake. It's just I'm conditioned. I forget, what does Maleficent do again? I know it, like, increases damage.
Increased attack power.
Okay.
It has the downside of slowing down your reload speed, but you're Riku, and that doesn't apply, so...
Oh shoot, this is bad. I didn't mean to reload. I could have used my Mickey card there. It's fine. And this is a heal. It's also a stun. So, moral of the story is it's 30, not 25. So the moral of the story is it's really good. And this is where you get all of your actual slights. So the high rollers are going to be Dark Fire Aga, which I want to honestly say is the worst of his slights. Oh. I was gonna use one of his lower valued ones. It's good still, but I want to say it's his weakest one comparatively.
What are his other ones again?
He has something that's kind of like a Sonic Blade, I believe. I don't really remember them offhand, actually. I'm so used to just the level grind, which is literally just. But one thing to note about dark, I was gonna say darkness. I meant to say dark mode.
About darkness?
close enough. But also one thing about the winning the duel is you do AoE damage afterwards. So that is something that's pretty nifty.
So beautiful. They all go down in one hit.
This is like a super heal.
Yep. Better appreciate it. It's your only heal in the game.
Yep. Luckily, you don't really need to heal. Things don't really do a lot of damage in Riku's story. Not even late game. Riku's story, as we've stated, it's very simple and clean. And I'm sorry, that was really easy.
I would have made the same joke. Don't worry.
But it's really quick and simple. So.
Yeah.
Which
it's pretty obvious that the bulk of the game was supposed to be Sora's story. So whatever.
Yeah. I do like Riku's story as a whole. I think overall he's actually really fun. I kind of wish that they... But I'm also kind of in the suit where this game gets really boring once you break it, and it's so easy to break, so...
Yeah. Tornado says hi.
So does our good friend, whatever it's called, Explosion? I don't remember what's
Mega Flare.
Mega Flare, thank you. I want to say Firaga, but that's not right.
If only Firaga was that overpowered.
I mean, it is if you're playing Final Fantasy. Selectively.
Yeah, selectively I'll give it to you.
Like it! Yeah! Huh. Huh. And here's a little tip too for dark mode. I'll do it once I actually enter it. But I'll mention this ahead of time. Jump attacking in dark form is actually extremely good. And when I'm grinding for levels, you're gonna see me actually using that like a lot. Because there's a really fast attack that comes out. It's a spin attack.
What's the other enemy card you have, by the way? It was the Fat Bandit?
Fat Bandit, which I have no idea what that does.
Deals more damage when striking enemies from behind. I'd stick with Maleficent.
I would stick to something that just gives me base damage.
But if you end up somehow running out of your attacks, then fine, but...
Alright, I'll show it right here really quick. So this is the attack I'm talking about. The damage comes out immediately.
The spinning circle of doom.
Yep, the damage comes out immediately. That's why it's so good, especially for level grinding. Because when you're using the warp, you want to immediately do those attacks when you're in dark mode, obviously.
I feel really dumb that I didn't actually know how the dark mode thing was working until you leveled up there. Wow. Could have spared ourselves from the explanation if we just paid attention.
What? Wait,
when
what?
you level it up, you went from 8 to 10.
Yeah, you can stay in it longer.
Yeah. Now we know.
Well, no, I knew it did that. I just couldn't remember if it took longer or not to, like if it takes a longer time to get in dark mode or not. Because it always felt like it did, but I think that mostly has to do with scaling. Because what it is if you counter somebody with like a really high amount of cards, like if you just spam triangle, for example, just get a high amount of cards, and you break somebody's cards with it, you can like basically immediately go into dark mode, I think. I'll give it a try right up here. Because the deck here is pretty high. So, here, I'm just gonna wait for them to wake up.
Wakey wakey guys, come on.
I don't remember how... Well, let me get all my really high cards here. Oh, and I put a 3 in.
We can do math.
Oh, this is really good. This is his best one.
Oh yes, this
is, I think...
I actually forgot this was a slight. I thought this was a finisher. That's how good it is.
Yeah, I think this is his lowest roller, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you need to have the lowest amount that you could possibly want to get it. But, yeah, it's really good.
So it's dark mode, Ars Arcana, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, like, the only thing it sucks on is for flying enemies, because if you do it on flying enemies, they start flying to unreachable... It
really is dark mode Ars Arcana!
Yeah, they start flying to... Like, they start flying out of your reach. But they fly super high. And it's because you know how you jump in the air? It's because they're trying to, like, go on the same altitude as you.
Yeah, I'm painfully aware of that, as is anybody that's played this game.
Yep. Bottomless Darkness. A useless card. Now even more useless. Also, this is how big our map is, so yeah, this is going to be a short level.
You got a whole 2 rooms to go through.
If I had to guess, this is going to be like a 30-minute part. And I'm okay with that. Bask in its glory.
How long the last few things are and how long my average part lengths have been lately for my own stuff, I'm okay with that.
I was gonna say, bask in its glory, because it's gonna get really bad after Riku's story.
I mean, we're grinding. We don't have to do long parts.
But we're gonna.
I'm not letting it go over an hour.
I will do an hour and a half. I'm dead set on that number.
Okay, fine. I'll only go over 90 minutes.
But, like I said, I don't know what we're going to do for Riku, but for Sora, at least we can put some other stuff in the middle of it.
Yeah.
For Riku, I'm baffled. I think for Riku, we're just going to have to suck it up and just do grind after grind.
I'd have to. Like, the only way I can imagine it being kind of quote-unquote entertaining is if we switch between Sora and Riku.
That's what I was just thinking in my head, but the only issue I see with that is we're going to eventually run out of stuff with Sora. Because I was going to say we could do like a grind part with Riku, and then we could do a grind part with, or then we can do like a random thing in Sora's story that we need done, and then a grind part as Sora, and then something at random again, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
So then there's actually like some diversity and stuff like that.
But there's not that much post-game content.
No, especially, and Riku literally has none, so.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the screen right now for Sora. Like, the only thing that's actually going to take you more than a single part is hunting down those last enemy cards. That's it.
Well, and the Moogle stuff. Oh, longer than that part. I was gonna say, and the Moogle stuff. Well, actually, that could...
Moogle might be.
That could theoretically, because I do
need... some of the other one-off trophies, you know, like the synthesized however many rooms.
Yeah, Jesus, that's gonna be so annoying. But I kind of want to do that one after I get to level 99. Because obviously...
understandable, because you're obviously going to end up synthesizing a bunch of rooms.
Yeah, so there's no point for me to just sit there and synthesize a room. I'm just spamming this to get my dark mode up. I don't know how it works exactly. All I know is that you need, like later on in the game, it's really easy to just activate dark mode. Because I grinded in the very last floor for a very long time, so I had dark mode activating constantly. Oh, and there's Romper.
Sure. Well, it wouldn't be one of our parts without him.
Jesus, I'm a hungry person today. I'm a hungry hippo.
I was just trying to think of how we could possibly do an LP of Hungry Hippo, and then like, I really don't want to. Let's not.
Once we inevitably meet up IRL, we got this. I'll bring it. I feel like if that's gonna happen, we're gonna have to play some sort of like stereotypical generic party game that fits for that
for
sort
sure.
of like a Mario Party or something. Or like
I've never played a Mario Party game all the way through. Make it even better.
Oh Jesus.
I would totally do it though.
I would too, so whenever that inevitably happens, because I feel like eventually it's gonna happen. We're gonna have to figure out something. But like I think like most cooperative channels, whenever that does inevitably happen, it's probably gonna be during some sort of like convention week or something that we mutually agree to go.
Yeah.
To. Probably something in like San Diego, you know, LA.
Yeah.
Something easily reachable for both of us.
You say easily, but anything in Western California involves me driving over a mountain range.
That is true. That is very true. Thank you, California, your entire right side being a mountain range.
That is the entire reason we are a desert. Well, a large part of the reason why we are a desert.
Yep, both Arizona and Nevada.
Yep. And New Mexico. Can't forget them.
That's true. That's where it starts to dwindle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's the Gulf of Mexico around Texas, so
It's also why Death Valley is so, like, first of all, so big, and second of all, so fucking hot.
I thought you was gonna say so dead. It's like,
well,
yeah,
that too.
That's okay.
It's also dead. Something about darkness. So just like a lot of other levels that we've done and whatever, what I'm gonna be doing is just making rooms that have the most enemies in it because I want to gain levels. So Teeming Darkness, Looming, I think Looming Darkness is actually a 2 in Heartless and then a 3 for size. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to get a 3-3 for both. First of all, because that extends the part length at least a little bit.
Sure.
And
I can't believe you're at a point where you want to extend the part length.
I mean, I'm not used to having like if I realistically, I could probably rush through this entire story.
Oh, easily.
I could probably do
you could
like
bomb rush like 2 or 3 levels apart.
Seriously.
It wouldn't even end up being that much longer than the parts that we have now.
Depending on how long these early parts go on, we could actually potentially get away with. Oh god, I failed this. We potentially could get away with doing 2 areas. It just kind of depends, though. It depends on how we're feeling, too. It's also an important thing to know.
Yeah.
Like, today, definitely not, but, like, other days? Potentially.
Maybe.
Because parts...
How much do you want to mash the X button, basically?
I mean, I went through Riku's story in an entire day, because it didn't take long, so... That's not really that big of an issue for me.
Apparently not. Well, okay then.
Also, I grinded to 90. I think no, it took a few days, but I had like a whole bunch of like podcasts and stuff on in the background. God,
everyone does it.
Damage.
Welcome to JRPGs.
Well, I mean, for some JRPGs I'm gonna do that. For some, I'll just put on music. But this was one of those cases where I just put on videos because music wasn't gonna keep me occupied. Actually, you know, depending on how much the Fat Bandit does, whenever I stun people, I can use it, and then just swap over to the Maleficent one once. Yeah, stuff. You know, I'll give it a try. Let's see how long it lasts.
The Fat Bandit lasts for 2 reloads.
Or not how long it lasts. Like, let's see how much damage it does. It does.
It two-shot it.
Yeah, it does more damage, but then yeah, once we get to the point where we don't need to. Or when they're attacking us, it's going to be impossible to hit from behind.
Yeah.
Else. Unless I'm actively trying, which I would rather spam X than
It would take too much long. Or, it would take too much long. I am really good at English.
It's the New Year's. That's what I'm blaming it on. What's your New Year's resolution? Or what you want to do for the year, I guess, if you don't do a resolution of the New Year's.
And isn't that kind of the same question?
Kind of, but so like, I was talking with a whole bunch of people, and they were like, well, I don't do a New Year's resolution because it's stupid and pointless. Oh yeah, by the way, if you do a duel that has more than 5 cards, you do that animation.
That was so beautiful.
It's actually, I think it's worse than the other one, because it can easily miss your target and stuff. And even if you miss your target with the like stab into the AoE attack in the ground, at least the AoE attack will likely hit stuff. But Maelstrom just does more damage as a whole. But anyways, I was talking to like a server on Discord, and they were like, you know, what's the point of a New Year's resolution if, you know, it's stupid because people will break it in like a day or something or whatever.
I mean, they do.
Yeah, which is true. So what I do is I treat New Year's resolutions as like, not really like a full-on New Year's resolution, like, I'm gonna do this diet and stick with it all year. Because most people try to do like an all-year thing.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
No. You're not gonna care after a week.
For me, it's more like, I don't do like I don't call it a New Year's resolution too. I just call it like, I just say, you know, what am I gonna do in 2019 as opposed to last year? Like, what do I want to improve on? And then I work from there. Like, I want to do a lot more with my main channel, for example. Like, that's going to be one of my main focuses.
Yeah.
It's not something
that I had to.
Yeah.
I finally got that video up the day before the year ended. I was telling you about that before we started recording. It's like, I was really happy about that.
I'm proud of you.
I barely made it, but I did it.
To make you feel better that I'm proud of you?
Yes. And I got another one recorded. It's actually, I have it edited in Vegas. I just have to record the commentary for it. Which I could do live commentary for, but you have no idea how long it takes me to go through those levels over and over again to memorize where all the ranks are.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Sonic Advance 2 All Emeralds.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to do it as every character in the game because the emeralds aren't shared between characters.
I don't blame you for doing post commentary on your main channel, at least, for something like that. On our channel, we don't care, but
I'm more edit heavy on my main channel, so we don't have I don't have daily uploads on my channel clearly. So
I don't think I'm gonna be edit heavy on my channel once I get around to doing PUBG 3D, which is gonna start. I'm probably actually gonna do something at the end of this week. Because I want to do weekly, at the very minimum, with PUBG until it's done. As terrible as that sounds.
Oh, is that something that was in your update video? I'm sorry, I didn't watch it.
It was. I don't blame you. But yes, it was. Basically, to sum up my update video in a nutshell, it was like, I decided I'm gonna be Shadow still. I mentioned Shadow still on hold. Stop attacking!
I'm sorry, that was just funny.
So Shadow's still on hold until I get my new computer, which hopefully I should have by the second half of the year. That was just more of a just mentioning it so people know that the series isn't dead yet.
Just on a very long hiatus. We know all about those.
Yep. Luckily, we haven't been on one of this channel in a while too.
A few months, yeah.
I almost want to say this is one of the longest periods. Hey, what's up?
Oh, we're at our longest at this point.
Didn't need me to do that. Awesome. I get food after this.
Mac and cheese. There you go.
Homemade mac and cheese. I'm sorry, I instinctually knew. Even though like 75% of the time, I honestly don't have to. It's just like I do
never know
just in case. Yeah. But yeah. So I mentioned that. I mentioned like I was gonna have or I'm gonna start doing a lot of my channel is gonna evolve around like experimentation for a while. Like I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of random stuff, which I've thought about in the past, but I've never like done. Also, I was at my old job for the first half of last year, and that made it harder for me to do a lot of things that I wanted to do.
Understandable.
Working early morning is actually really great, surprisingly. I like it. So I can actually do a lot of stuff. So that was basically like I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of random stuff for the channel. I'm probably not gonna do many Let's Plays there anymore. Most of it's just gonna go on this channel. I also plug this channel again because I do that every update video.
Oh, I have a link for it in the description of every video on my channel. Just as default.
I'm probably gonna start doing that soon enough.
Granted, I doubt anybody actually looks at that thing, but it's there.
What card do I not need? This one.
Woohoo! There you go, the key to beginnings.
Yep. It's a battle, guys. It's the battle. This world is too short that it can't have another thing.
Did Riku even show up in Agrabah back in Kingdom Hearts 1?
No.
There's your excuse then.
Maleficent does. Does that count?
No. This isn't Maleficent Castle Oblivion or whatever.
That is true. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot he uses 8s.
My worst enemy.
Matt.
Dude, he is dropping these cards like candy. I've got so many Mickey cards. I got 3.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm gonna do it. Oh wait, first I gotta do that. Now I do! Woo! This isn't gonna do anything.
that's just a heal.
Oh, never mind. It dropped a gimmick card actually.
Oh well, there you go. Okay.
I mean,
It
that
works.
was just lucky, but it's like whatever. No damage. Easy. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Remember all the trouble you had with this boss of Sora? Like, I wouldn't say he was hard as Sora, but it wasn't this easy.
Literally everything is easy as Riku. I swear they just made it easy.
Like, it's a post-game playthrough, whatever, I guess.
Only very selective bosses with Riku are, like, somewhat difficult, and even then, they're not really that bad. Alright, how do I get out of here, though? I got Jafar.
I guess it has to be up there. Yeah. I doubt you'll use him too much outside of bosses, but... Or,
Yeah.
you know, that world.
I don't know what world you're talking about. Oh, you mean 100 Acre Wood.
Oh, yeah, clearly, 100 Acre
Oh,
Wood
wait,
of
there
Thor.
won't be 13 parts! I don't think.
Oh, yeah, no, because there's no 100 Acre Wood! So, it's only 12.
We gotta force 13 somehow.
Wonderland's gonna be 2 parts.
Jafar. I'm not going to be using Jafar a lot for normal mobs because I found out Maleficent is really good.
Yeah.
I wonder, does anything out? Something is bound to outclass it eventually, right?
I'm gonna look at the boss list real quick to see if anything.
You could also take a look at random enemy cards because you have to remember I'm going to get random enemy. Usually, we'll
Yeah, but only
cards.
per single level though.
Yeah.
They don't stick with you. Guard armor, no. Hades, maybe. I'm not sure.
What does Hades
Probably
do?
not though. Increases the power of your attacks when you're low on HP.
No. These things do no damage to me. Like nothing here does any damage to me to warrant that.
Master, no. Jafar, you already have.
Even clearing rooms is surprisingly fast as Riku.
Yeah.
By the way, my HP now, they expect me to not change this, because if I remember correctly, it's just going to be attack points and then darkness points for a really long time.
Oh yeah, I don't think you get HP to like level 70 or something. What was it you said it was?
I think it was like level 70, or it was like level 60, like late 60s or something like that. I think it was like 73 though. So this part is going on longer than 30 minutes, but that's
No, I don't think anything's gonna outclass it. At least not in the bosses.
Maybe that's why.
Was one...
Maybe that's why they gave that first.
Maybe.
Because like he's an all-out attacker, so give him an attack-oriented card. That's all I can think of offhand. What is Robert barking at?
Who knows?
He's extremely obnoxious sometimes. Oh, just sometimes.
I don't know what I assume that your sister said, but it was really funny.
I didn't hear it. Is it something worth repeating?
Not really, because I only heard half of it. It was just the tone that she said it in.
It was my stepsister. It was like an angry-ish tone, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's just her like talking voice.
Wow.
Yeah, see? I don't know if it was in a different tone, but...
That was different.
Alright,
so.
these enemies are the worst, apparently.
You didn't know that? Welcome to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, no, shadows are... I know they're like the worst enemies for speedrunners, because they're shadows.
Actually, like...
Hey, there's only one. Imagine if that was actually just it. It was just one shadow.
Considering the game in question, that is a very real possibility.
It'd be such a waste.
Oh, I know, I agree.
Also, yes, Impulse, aka the move that makes you do the flippy thing, it sucks enemies in, so...
Got a 0 Teeming Darkness. Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm actually getting a lot of Teeming Darkness, and I'm actually pretty happy about that, because I'm going to be using these like crazy. I think every room here has been Teeming Darkness. Eventually I'm going to have to start
there you go, Almighty.
Nope, not using that one. Granted, I could, and I could just Jafar it, but I'm not going to. I don't want to play as Riku in every video game in the world. I wish I would.
Riku Bandicoot.
Riku, dude, I want to play Riku in Crash Bandicoot. You know how crazy of a game that would be? It's the craziest game of all time.
I don't know, that's just the weirdest Riku in that I could think of.
But he has a spin!
That he does. I was gonna say Spyro next, like, no, he does have fire. So,
It's amazing. Oh, actually, you know what? The main reason why I think I don't like Dark Firaga a lot is because it doesn't do... Like, it doesn't attack multiple enemies. Or it doesn't hit multiple enemies. Like, once it hits something, that's it. It doesn't have an explosion to it.
I could see that. Which, you would expect it to have an explosion too, right?
Yep. Oh, that was... Why didn't you do that for the shadow?
Like I was saying before, considering the game in question.
Now I'm just disappointed. There's also no barrel spiders, I don't think, for Riku's story.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, those are the best enemies, is Sora, because you don't expect them. You're just like, what? Probably clear this entire room. Oh, no, never mind. Don't do enough damage. Not yet. I forget, is Wonderland a part of this set of levels? I don't think it is.
I don't think so, because if it was, I'm almost certain
It's
I would have
not,
to go
because
through immediately.
I think I said Monstro was bad, and Monstro, or at least I remember having issues with Monstro, and Monstro is a part of these set of worlds. It might actually be the last world we do. I'm not 100% sure, though. We'll have to see, because I'm going to just do it in order of whatever cards is given to me first. I have no idea what's happening in my house as usual.
Wonderhead! That's what I heard. I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt if that was what actually was said. Now, I could go into this room to the right here, but there's 0 point for me, so I'm not going to.
Well, okay then. In that case, go to a totally different door.
Yeah, we're going to the D2D. Oh wait, I'm sorry, we're not at that game yet. I guess you can argue that's technically mentioned in the first game. I think it is.
I think it is, yeah.
I think it's at the very end in the Ansem report in that one room that is very like the most Kingdom Hearts thing ever said.
I think it's in the actual Ansem reports too.
I mean, we read them. That was the first time I've ever read through those.
You know you're supposed to. They expect you to.
Yeah, but they don't explain anything that I don't know already. Oh, I want to use inverse.
They do it more in the other games than they do in... Once is kind of pointless, admittedly.
I mean, they still kind of explain everything that's said, though. Like, in every game. Like, I can't think of a game offhand where they just... I mean, I haven't read the Ansem reports, though, but I can't think of a game... Is there a game that just doesn't... Like, you need to read Ansem report to understand something?
Need is kind of funky word, so I'm not sure.
Like, need
I would
is
say
in,
it's
like...
recommended.
Like, for what sort of topic in the game space, I guess? Because, like...
I can't remember them well enough to remember what's written in them and what's in the cutscenes, so I really can't tell you.
Because, like, nobody's are explained in cutscenes. So, I don't need to know about them. They're pretty self-explanatory. Looks like we're not fighting anything today. No cutscenes, guys. Just kidding, we're having one. I lied. Rough.
Oh, it's them again. Have they just been standing here this whole time waiting?
I have
guess so.
identified the set.
That's the whole time that Riku was
I have
on
identified the set. This game has something really weird with
Riku, you
smelling.
say?
And only Riku still.
Emerged
It's
from
so
the
weird.
darkness.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I was gonna comment on how we just watched Vexen pace for
It
like
was once doubled in the
15 seconds,
darkness.
but then I just remembered that Kingdom Hearts 2 literally has a cutscene of
That's why you
someone
mistook
walking
him
for
the
like 3
superior.
minutes.
The dark
Unfortunately, not a joke. There's nothing special about it either.
He just walks!
What I wanna know is
That's the
why
cutscene.
you appeared here in Castle
And the worst part
Grayskull.
is, like, there's actually plot-relevant
That's
stuff
really quite
in that
simple.
cutscene after
His
the walking,
existence
so you can't
resonates
skip
with
it.
that of another hero.
That's why they put it there. I mean, the walking stuff is kind of important, but we don't need to watch somebody
No, it's
walk
not.
for like
It's not for 3 minutes!
not for 3 minutes. Yeah, like you could have cut that down to
10
like
seconds, maybe.
yeah, because you could have showed like the different locales for a short amount of time. Bam, there we go. And then when it gets to the ending part, which actually matters.
Wants the Keyblade Master for himself.
But no, instead we get to watch somebody walk for like 3 minutes. No joke, we get to watch someone like, do they walk? It's downstairs for like the longest time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we get to see somebody slowly
No,
walk
now I want
downstairs.
to. Let's see. I'm gonna take the risk.
I was
Look
gonna
up
say,
the
do you even
special
think if somebody has it look like just that specific cutscene somewhere?
item. Stairs cutscene. Yep.
How long is it?
The cutscene is 8 minutes, but that doesn't say
Uh-huh.
specifically what the walking is. I'm gonna skip to where it starts and what. Okay, so it starts around 45 seconds.
Oh god, monstrous.
47, and it goes on until the 3-minute mark. So yeah, about 2.5 minutes.
Jesus Christ. It's just sort of what? You don't link me that. I need to see this again. I'm just gonna skim it, because I know it's just walking. But yeah, that is the end of this part. Again, yeah, another short part. Kind of expect all the parts to be around this length. A little longer for later areas. Yeah, Monstro is the next part, because I'm doing the levels in the order. Unless you want to intervene and want me to do something specific. There's Neverland and Traverse Town. Traverse Town seems right to save for last, so yeah.
Whatever you end up deciding on doesn't really matter.
I'm gonna do Monstro then. So in the next part, we're doing Monstro. See you guys next year.
Great. We have to go on hiatus for a year now.
Yep. So see you guys next year. Goodbye. Yep.